What's going on, everybody? David here. Today I'm going to give you a stimulus check update, and in that update we're going to talk about the recess. So when are senators coming back from the recess? We're also going to talk about exactly where we are when it comes to the situation of stimulus checks and stimulus package. We're going to talk a little bit more about the job numbers, and then I have good news for people on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, Railroad Retirement, VA beneficiaries. I have some real good news for you guys. You might have another stimulus check coming very soon. But first off, on this channel, we talk about personal finance for travelers. If that sounds like something interesting to you, please hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the little bell notification so you can get future updates on my videos. So let's talk about the recess. So we know the senators starting today, they're on recess, right? So they're on recess. It's not a vacation, so they are supposed to still be working for the people. So I would encourage you to go down to their office, give them a call. If you have concerns and stuff like that, they still should be working. They might have town hall meetings and things like that, so you might want to go to those and let your voice be heard. So when it comes down to the schedule, the timeline, they'll be out from July 3rd through July 17th. They will return. So the senators will return on July 20th. The people in the House of Representatives, they're going to return on July 21st. So we can expect formal negotiations to start July 21st. And so they have a short window. They're going to have a very short window because from July 21st through July 31st, they need to get something done because you have enhanced unemployment that needs to be addressed. And so you're going to see them really moving to get something done. Now, you're going to want to subscribe to the channel. I'm going to tell you why. This next 2 weeks, we're probably going to see some more proposals come out because this is when they're really going to start trying to figure out exactly what's going to be in this next stimulus package. And so they're probably going to float these different ideas out there to the public to see how we react to them and see if they can get more senators on board with some of these different proposals. So expect that. Expect a lot more information to be coming out. I'm still going to be doing daily videos through this whole time. So as stuff comes out, I'm going to let you know what's going on when it comes to that. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is where we are in this whole situation. So we know on May 15th, the House of Representatives, they approved the HEROES Act. They sent it over to the Senate. It's been sitting there ever since. They have not done anything with it. So we know in that HEROES Act, there was a stimulus check. So we know that the House, the majority of the House, is okay with more stimulus checks. They're obviously okay with another stimulus package. That's why they passed one. So there's some other things in that bill. There's hazard pay. There's a lot of different things in the bill. Now, some of the things the senators said was dead on arrival, they didn't even want to address, but there are some things I think that they can work with. So it'll be interesting to see if the Senate will just take up the HEROES Act and try to improve on it, or if they will just go ahead and create their own bill. So that's something that's interesting to know. So we know where the House stands. As the majority of the House, we know where they stand. So when it comes to the White House, they say they're open to another stimulus package. They're definitely open to more stimulus checks. We just heard President Trump a couple of days ago just say yes. He was asked a direct question. Do you want more direct payments for the people? He said, yes, I want a larger amount than what the Democrats want. So now we know for a fact that the president wants more stimulus checks. So we know with the Senate, they wanted to play the wait and see game. The jobs report did come out yesterday. So maybe we'll hear some more information as far as exactly what they want to do. But as of right now, they're the ones that are kind of holding everything up when it comes to the next stimulus package. All right, now the jobs numbers. Now, this is something that people were all waiting for. I think that it's important to look at the jobs report, but it's also important to look at everything else that's going on. And I talked about this yesterday in a video. You can check it out here. I went more in depth as far as the jobs report. But when it comes down to it, 4.8 million people went back to work. And that's what I'm calling it. It's not really new jobs because a lot of these jobs, these people are on furlough. So they were able to go back to work because the businesses started opening back up. So that doesn't mean that we're out of the woods. We have a long way to go, a long way to go. So you're just starting to allow some of these people to go back to work, but you still are going to have a large population that they're not going to have jobs to go back to because these businesses are not going to be there. So that's going to be a real issue. And so that's one thing that we need to look at, but we also need to look at what's going on right now. And right now, we see COVID numbers increasing. So that means that they're shutting down again. Some of these states are shutting down again, and that's going to cause a problem when it comes to unemployment. They're going to furlough some of those same people. So that's something that's important to look at. And what could end up happening, and this could be a real problem because you might be looking at a situation where, because the jobs numbers are late, like when they do this survey, they do the survey in the middle of the month. So in the middle of June, that's when they did the survey I think it was from June 7th through June 12th or something like that. So the senators are going to come back late July. It's going to be a month and a half after the survey was done for the jobs report. So a lot will have changed, and we already see things changing right now, and it's only 2 weeks after the jobs report. So they're going to do their formal negotiations, and they're not going to have up-to-date information when it comes to the current climate. And so you might see a situation where they undercut everything, and then they might have to do another stimulus package. So it's really crazy how things are working right now. I'm not saying there'll be another stimulus package. Mitch McConnell's already said that this is the last one that we're going to do. But if they do not have the current information and the correct information at the time when they decide to go forward with another stimulus package, the numbers might not be what they should be as far as how much money people should be getting, businesses and all that. So it'll be interesting to see where they go with that. So last thing I want to talk about is people on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, railroad retirement, veterans beneficiaries. So you remember back when the IRS basically told the non-filers to, if you wanted to add your dependents, you could add your dependents. You just needed to go to the portal and add that information, and then they were going to send that money out to you, the $500 with your stimulus check. Well, a lot of people received their stimulus check, but they didn't receive the dependent, the extra $500. And so what Senator Hassan basically was saying is, look, what's going on with that? So during a hearing, she called out the IRS commissioner and said, hey, what are we doing with this? Are these people going to be able to receive this $500? Are they going to have to wait until 2021? So the original solution was basically you needed to wait and file your taxes, your 2020 taxes in 2021 in order to receive that additional $500. But now what it looks like they're going to do is the IRS commissioner said, we're trying to get that money out in July. So by the end of July, the people who were able to get on the non-filer and put their information in, they will be sending out those $500 checks. So this is good news for those people. And they're talking about it's 365,000 people who were able to get their information in there. So that's who they're going to be sending it to. Now, Senator Hassan went even further, and she pushed him on the fact that what about the people who didn't have time to get that information in? Because the window was so short, what about those people who were not able to go to the non-filer and put that information in as far as their dependents? Are you going to be addressing those people? And he basically said, at this point, we're going to have to evaluate that. We don't have any information right now, and we don't know if it's possible to make that happen. So maybe, I mean, the easiest way to do is to, once you've gotten the money out to the 365,000 people, then open the portal back up, let people fill the non-filer form out again with the dependents, and then work forward from there. But as of right now, he said, we don't know what we're going to do with that. So he couldn't give any information when it comes to it. So this is really good news for people on fixed income. I will be following this story, so you want to subscribe to the channel because we want to hold them to this. So the IRS commissioner said by the end of July, this money will be going out. So this $500 will be going out. So I will follow the story. Let me know if you guys start receiving checks, these $500 checks, let me know in the comment section. That way I can let other people know that, hey, you know what? This money is starting to be dispersed. If you guys have any questions, please post them down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one.